For years, I thought my thoughts were supposed to create my reality, but nothing was changing. Then I realized something that sounds absolutely insane, but completely transformed my life. And it was that my thoughts were just noise. They had no power because they had no energetic authority behind them. And the moment I learned to turn my thoughts into actual commands that reality had to obey, okay, not requests, not wishes, but commands, that's when everything shifted. And I mean everything, okay? So, for this video, I want you to stay relaxed and open-minded because what I'm about to share is going to change everything you think you know about how thoughts actually create reality. Can I get a heck yeah? See, most of our thoughts are just mental chatter. And the quantum field completely ignores them. That is like trying to place an order in the drive-thru while your radio is on full blast. The universe literally cannot decode our message. But when we learn to enter specific brainwave states and encode your thoughts with coherent electromagnetic signatures, our thoughts stop being wishes and become commands. They are not requests to the universe, but encoded instructions that reality has no choice but to execute. So, get comfortable, get a snack, pop open your favorite bottle of wine, because I want to show you exactly why our thoughts have been powerless, how to access the command state where your thoughts gain authority, and the specific protocol that turns mental chatter into reality-bending instructions. But before I break down this reality commanding system, I want to let you know if I was the king of powerless positive thinking. Yep. I did affirmations every day. I have abundance. I am confident. I am lovable. I am successful. And I would repeat these things in front of a mirror like a lunatic. I'd write them in my journal. I would think about them constantly throughout the day like a freak. Yep, I felt like a freak when I was doing it. I genuinely believed that if I just thought positive thoughts long enough, my reality would magically change. Because I thought the universe was like a vending machine. They put in more positive thoughts here and get out my desired reality. Huh. Haven't we all been sold that lie? But here's what was driving me absolutely insane. After years of positive thinking or mindless chatter thoughts, my life looked exactly the same. Same struggles, same self-doubt, same patterns, same limitations. It was like my thoughts were just bouncing around in my head with no impact on the actual world around me. Then it clicked. My thoughts were powerless because I wasn't trying hard enough. They were powerless because I was generating them from the wrong brainwave state. I was broadcasting static, no signal, no power. Once I learned to enter specific brainwave states and encoded my thoughts with coherent electromagnetic signatures, everything changed. Okay? Just stay with me. Just stay with me. I'm spitting out big words, but you're going to stay with me. So, 3 years ago, my morning routine was I would wake up, look in the mirror, and I would spend 20 minutes telling myself how abundant and confident I was, how successful I was. I'm wealthy, I'm powerful, I'm unstoppable. Then I would go to work and feel the same self-doubt. I would face challenges and experience the same anxiety. And I remember this one morning, I just finished the most powerful meditation session of my life. I felt amazing. I was vibrating. I could feel my cells tingling. I felt lighter. And I genuinely believed I shifted something huge. Then I got to work. My boss said something. And within seconds, my state of being just evaporated, dissolved. That's the word. I was right back to my old self-doubting self, my old anxious self, my old patterns. Like the meditation never happened. And I spent an hour doing that. Okay? And this kept happening over and over again. Positive thoughts in the morning, then same old reality by lunchtime. And I couldn't understand what the hell was going wrong. I was doing everything the book said. Okay? And then I would blame myself. Oh, maybe I'm not believing hard enough. Maybe I'm not consistent enough. Maybe I have just some hidden belief that's blocking my manifestations. So I try harder, think more positive thoughts, and even do more affirmations and doing more of the things that didn't work. But then it is going to blow your mind because it's so simple but so profound. I discovered that my thoughts were just powerless. My thoughts were powerless because I was generating them from high beta brainwaves, which is just fancy language for stress and survival state. High beta brainwave state is stress and survival state. And in that state, our thoughts are just noise, static. Okay? The universe is not ignoring us. It literally cannot decode our incoherent signal from a stress and survival state. So when we are in a stress and a survival state, in simple terms, we're an overthinking freak who can't shut their mind up, which is where most people spend majority of their time. Our brain is in survival mode. Okay? We are stressed, we are anxious, we are worried about the future or ruminating about the past. And in this state, our electromagnetic field is chaotic and incoherent. You following along? I know you are. Imagine trying to broadcast a radio signal while someone is shaking the transmitter. The signal is going to come out distorted, not clear. But guess what? That is what our thoughts are like when they are generated from a stress and survival state. That is not a clear signal. Okay? But when you get relaxed and drop into alpha or theta, okay, just get relaxed, something happens. Our analytical mind goes offline and our heart and brain synchronize. Okay? In this state, you're not thinking about what you want. You are issuing energetic commands. That is when your thoughts become encoded instructions that go directly to your subconscious and the quantum field simultaneously. And this is when everything clicked for me. I wasn't failing at positive thinking. I was trying to command reality from the wrong state, from the wrong frequency. Because when you learn to generate elevated emotions in your heart, gratitude, love, peace, joy, while holding your intention, your thought in your mind, oh my God, now your thoughts become supercharged commands. And this coherent state is measurable. Our heart becomes orderly, our brainwaves synchronize, and your entire electromagnetic signature broadcasts a unified command. Like a flashlight versus a laser. Okay, it's quite similar lights, but when it's coherent and focused, it can cut through steel. Well, guess what? Our thoughts are the same way. When you are relaxed and coherent and heart amplified, they can cut through the fabric of reality itself. So when you enter a deeply relaxed state and activate the complete frequency of your desired identity, their thoughts, their emotions, their energy, how they behave, you are encoding this identity directly into your nervous system as a command. More specifically, a biological command. You are commanding your cells. How cool is that? Oh, listen to this. Your body doesn't know the difference between a vividly activated identity and a real one. Okay? So it begins executing this command automatically, 24/7, even when you're not meditating. Our nervous system starts operating from that identity instantly, but you gotta command it. But here's the key. One command in a powerful state is already powerful, but what if you did this for 21 days? Well, that same command becomes unstoppable. Here's why it works. Every time you meditate and relax and activate your identity frequency, you are strengthening specific neural pathways while weakening old ones. Now, I do want to let you know what might happen. Okay, your identity starts losing its grip, and there's also this void between identities, crossing the river. Okay, and my favorite, your new identity's neural networks become stronger than your old ones. That's usually towards the end. This is when reality reorganizes rapidly, because you are broadcasting a completely different electromagnetic signature. Your command becomes your new default operating system. But the biggest mistake I made was thinking transformation only happens during meditation. Did you hear that? I thought transformation only happens during meditation. No. The real power comes when you learn to maintain your frequency throughout the day, throughout your waking state. Now, when your thoughts become true commands, oh my God, reality responds with evidence. Synchronicities start appearing, opportunities show up, experiences manifest that match your activated command. But here's the key. We must train ourselves to recognize and acknowledge that evidence. And so I started journaling. I was writing down every piece of evidence that my new commanded frequency was manifesting. Every synchronicity, every small decision that I made as my new self, every opportunity, anything that matched my commanded frequency. And why am I doing this? Well, it creates a feedback loop that strengthens our belief, which amplifies the electromagnetic signature, which accelerates manifestation exponentially. Think of it like compounding interest for reality creation. I remember the first week I started this practice. At first, there was only about 1 or 2 pieces of evidence. Then the next day, 3 to 4 things. Next thing you know, 10. As we accumulate more evidence, our belief in of your commanding power grows. And as your belief grows, your electromagnetic signature becomes more coherent and powerful. And then your signal becomes even more powerful. And now reality responds faster and more dramatically. This is when you reach what I call the moment of sovereignty. When you realize you are not just asking the universe for anything, you are declaring your reality. Notice the power in that, declaring your reality. Now it was game on. I stopped approaching meditation as a practice of trying to manifest and started approaching it as a declaration of who I am. And in my deeply relaxed state, theta state during meditations, I'm not hoping or wishing. No, I'm stating facts to the quantum field. This is my identity. This is my frequency. This is my reality. Can you hear the power in that? Because I want to tell you, when you command from this place of absolute certainty, conviction, energetic sovereignty, the universe has no choice but to reorganize itself around your declaration. Because you are not requesting. You are commanding. That is when you stop being a victim of circumstances and become the conscious creator of your reality. You stop reacting to what shows up and start commanding what shows up. Oh, let me tell you, that certainty, that unshakable knowing, is what gives your thoughts their commanding power. Doubt creates static in your signal. Certainty creates a laser-focused, coherent command. Okay? When your thoughts stop being wishes and become commands, when you stop requesting, stop begging, and you start declaring, oh my God, you wake up every morning knowing, not hoping, knowing that your thoughts have creative power. You enter a relaxed state and issue your commands with absolute certainty. And then you got to maintain your frequency throughout the day with coherence checkpoints. Okay, that's the next step. Instead of hoping, I hope my affirmations will work. No, I know my commands are being executed. See the difference? Instead of wishing for change, I am declaring my reality. Instead of requesting from the universe, I am informing it. That is the huge difference between affirmation and commands. Reality responds to commands. Synchronicities multiply, opportunities appear. Your commanded reality, your commanded identity becomes your lived experience. Not someday, not eventually, instantly. Life reorganizes upon your command. This is not about just manifesting things, but this is about claiming, or not even claiming, reclaiming your sovereignty as a conscious creator. This is about remembering that you are not a victim of reality. Let's do this. You are the commander of reality. When you master turning your thoughts into commands, you don't just change your circumstances. You change your entire relationship with reality. Because you stop being at the mercy of what shows up and start commanding what shows up. How cool is that? Now let me leave you with this. Your thoughts can create reality, but only when they are generated from the right state and charged by emotional intensity. And if you've been doing affirmation and positive thinking with minimal results, if your thoughts feel powerless, if you are tired of hoping for change and ready to command it, well, my signature identity frequency mapping system is your answer. Click in the link in the description to find out more. But remember, you are not here to hope. You are here to command. You are not here to wish. You are here to declare. And you are not here to request, but You are here to create.